Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Vision Auto's how-to series. Now today we'll be showing you how to change and service your brake pads properly. Now changing your brake pads does not take a lot of time and can be done fairly quickly, but there are a few very important steps that you need to follow. Now, you may not be doing the change yourself, but understanding these steps will allow you to understand your mechanic better when they tell you something in the future. Most cars today have front and rear brake discs, but the front brake pads normally wear out much quicker, and so they will need to be changed more often. Now, a good indicator that the pads need changing is when you start to hear a persistent metallic squeaking or grinding sound when you press the brake pedals. Now, this means that the brake pads are far too thin to function properly, and if left unchanged, this is going to damage the brake disc as the steel backing plate is grinding away on it. And if this happens, you will then need to change both the brake disc and the brake pads. There are a few different types of brake pads out there, and they are made out of different materials and they each serve a different purpose. Okay, let's get started. Now, step number one, you'll probably see your mechanic raising your car above the ground. This is because he needs to take the wheels off in order for him to be able to access the brake pads. Now, if you've ever changed your own wheels or your own tires, this process should be fairly familiar to you. Pro tip. Loosen the lug nuts before you jack the car up. Now once that is done, you are ready to raise the vehicle up. Now if you are doing this at home, make sure you place the jack stands on a solid structural part of the vehicle, and don't do the mistake of putting it under the side skirts, because that's going to be damaged. Now once your car is settled, you can now proceed to remove the lug nuts completely, and then in turn remove the wheels in order for you to access the brake assembly. Okay folks, allow me to introduce you to your brake assembly. Your caliper setup over here acts like a clamp. It squeezes the brake pads against the rotors and it stops the vehicle, or rather it slows the vehicle down so that you don't go crashing into something. Okay, using a socket wrench, you want to remove the bolts at the back of the assembly setup and then slide it off the rotors. Now, at this point, you want to make sure that this does not hang on the brake line, because that's really going to damage the brake line. Now, as soon as that is done, you can then proceed to remove the brake pads. In some cars, it will slide, and some cars, it will pop. Now be sure not to cause any damage on the clips or the rotors itself, especially if you're thinking of reusing them. Also pay extra attention to the orientation of the assembly so that when you're going to pop it back in again, you know exactly which way it should go in the next step. Okay, out with the old, in with the new. But before you install your brand new brake pads, what you want to do is you want to apply a layer of grease at the back of the new brake pads, because these caliper pistons over here, these are the things that pushes up against the back of the brake pad in order for them to work. And these are the things that will create a grinding or a squeaking sound when they do work. So this layer of grease is the thing that will reduce that noise a little bit. Now you want to be extra careful that you do not get any grease either in front of the brake pads or onto the rotors itself, because that beats the purpose, right? And this may cause you or the vehicle harm. Now once all that is done, you can go ahead and pop the new brake pads right in. Now once the new brake pads are in place, it's time to replace the caliper assembly. As the brake pads wear down, you might notice that the assembly no longer fits on top of your brake pads. Now this is because the piston inside the caliper assembly will adjust to the smaller width, and thus a brake pad spreader is needed to fix this. The pins where your caliper assembly bolts are screwed into will need to be compressed. And once this is done, the caliper assembly can be placed onto the brake pads, and with a socket wrench, insert the assembly bolts and tighten them in. Look at this, man, isn't she a beauty? So what you want to do right now is you want to ensure that everything is tight and sealed before replacing the tires. When you do mount the wheels back on, what you want to do is you want to just give it a gentle tightening using your hands of the lug nuts, and that's essentially the last step before you lower the car back onto the ground. Okay, as a precautionary step, once the car is safely on the ground, what you want to do is give the lug nuts a once over to see that they are securely tightened. Then, last but not least, the brake fluids. Check the level and the pressure is all good, and then once you've done that, pop yourself into the driver's seat, give the brake pedal a pump or two to see that everything is A-OK before you set off on your drive. Okay, that's it, the A to Z complete steps of what to expect when you change your brake pads. Now we hope this video has been a useful guideline for you and also to increase your knowledge on everything that's got to do with cars. Now if you like this video, don't forget to share it and also click the subscribe button, and we hope to see you again soon in our next episode of the How To series brought to you by Vision Auto. Laters.